Hi everyone, Clismall Designs here, and this is part 3 of the HK 1/32 scale B-25B Mitchell build. Now you probably noticed that the main picture for this video is a collage of pictures, and that is of Lieutenant Colonel Richard E. Cole. He was the co-pilot with Colonel Doolittle on plane number 1 during the Doolittle raid, as well as the last surviving Doolittle raider. Now sadly he passed away on Monday morning, and I just wanted to express my thoughts and prayers to the family of Lieutenant Colonel Richard E. Cole, and I hope everyone that's watching this video will do the same. And I just wanted to say thank you, sir. And humbly I move on with this project. So since the last video, as you can see, I've done a lot of work. Now I am going to apologize in advance. This video might be a little shaky. There's a lot of little parts on this one, so I'm going to do my best to keep this steady here. So working with the engines and the tail. Now these engines look really daunting because there's a lot of little parts, and the first one is, I've never done the engines before on any actually model of like, because I have B-17s, right, but in 1/32 scale I've never built them, so this was a first. And the B-17s and B-25s are very similar, but again, I've never done them. These are the first. But once you've done one, the second one goes fairly easy. So there's a lot of little parts, and as you can see, they actually turned out. So again, once you've done one, the second one goes easy. So there you go. So basically it's, you know, the instructions are fairly straightforward, right? That's just the second page of them. But you really got to pay attention. Really got to pay attention. That's just kind of an example. Now some things we're leaving out, right? So we're leaving out these, right, the exhausts, because we've covered them. This, we're building a B, and I explained that in the last video. So we covered all these up with putty, and yes, there's one missing because I have two kits, but one of them was broken, so I'm taking one from another kit, and I haven't done it yet. So there is a 7th coming, but I'm going to explain those in a second because we're talking about the engines. But I left these out, right, because these are covered, these are not needed. I left them numbered because they are numbered in the instructions, just in case they don't fit on here correctly. So I think it's still necessary to keep them numbered. But talking about the engines, like they go all the way to the back. You're never going to see the back, but I still think it's important to do all the detail, right? Because if you are viewing the model, which people will be viewing the model, it's, you know, you do all the detail, right? Because it looks real, and we're going for realism here. So if you don't do all the detail, nothing will fit right, for one. But I want realism, so that's what we're going for, and that's what the people want. So anyway, it turned out great. I changed the color on these a little bit. I'm going off of historical photos anyway. I didn't want it all black and stuff like that. I wanted a little bit of difference there, just otherwise it would all blend in too much. But I'm keeping within historical photos anyway. So those turned out really nice. I got them really glued in there, so they're not coming off anytime soon. So yeah, really like how those turned out. Now for a primer, I'm actually using an anti-rust primer that they use on tanks instead of a white or a gray primer. I find that it works a lot nicer for what we're doing with this project. Because in the end of the day, just kind of, that's what you're going to see. So you're still seeing a good portion of the detail. I think it turned out really, really nice. So getting to these covers right here. So as you can see, like, they turned out really nice. I mean, that side, this will still be primed, painted, and stuff. You'll never see those the styrene pieces that I put in, but that's necessary, right? Otherwise, the putty will have nothing to grab to. But those they're nice and smooth. But again, I still numbered them just in case they fit differently. But the original plan for these covers was to do what I did, like putty them cover them, and then glue them on, and then paint them. But just judging by historical photos, they were able to come off individually for maintenance, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint them separately, do the paint chipping around the edges, then glue them on. Otherwise, I'll never be able to do correctly the paint chipping in there, right? I mean, I might be able to, but to get that real paint chipping on the inside, right on the edge, it won't happen. So I'm going to do it separately and then install them separately. I think that's a better way of going for the engines, like the covers. I think it'll give a much more real look. So that's what I'm going to do there. So that's the engines, and actually a bit of weight to these too. Yeah. So moving on to the tail. As you can see, I removed a huge section. I removed that. So it is gone. And I pretty much built the tail. So it's flattened out. Like, I know that with the putty it looks silly, I know, but it's nice and smooth. I left a little bit of a ridge, just a tiny bit, but it is completely flat now. So we are well on our way now to making a more accurate tail, like that. Let's see if I can. So there you go. So I'm getting really excited now. So you do have to do a bit of work in here. I made it so this piece right here would have something to sit on, right? Otherwise it'd be, you know, too unstable. Otherwise this piece would just push right in and it would sink in. So it's nice and stable now. And then of course I got that on there, the two tail pieces on. So we are well on our way to making a more accurate B-25B. It's nice and flat now. There we go. So there we go. It's just it's happening. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And again, thoughts and prayers. Thank you, sir.